The presidential candidate of PDP, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, and also the former vice president of Nigeria from 1999 to 2007, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, gave a World Press Conference today where he talked about his quest to unravel the alleged certificate forgery of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC, who was declared a winner of the 25th of February 2023 general elections. Welcome to Politics on the Wheel with Jay, and this is Elect TV. So I'm giving you the questions that were asked and the response given by the presidential candidate of PDP, I beg your pardon, Atiku Abubakar, and the response from the legal team as regards to the deposition at the court by the registrar of the Chicago State University to confirm exactly what happened. Is it true that Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually forged the certificate? What did they say? So before then, I will be giving you those questions that were thrown at him, and then we look at the analysis together and the response given. But first and foremost, here is the question given to Atiku Abubakar from This Day newspaper. Well, he asked that.
Yes, Chuksokocha, This Day. Much has been said about the real documents from the Chicago State University. I want the former vice president, the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, to tell us in clear words, because many papers, many television stations, many radio stations have been giving various versions of the documents handed over to you. Sir, what did the documents handed over to you say about the person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Thank you, sir. And secondly, sir, what value will these documents handed over to you will be at the Supreme Court?
That was a question by This Day newspaper representative at the press conference. Here is the response by Atiku's legal team.
The certificate issued or released by Chicago State University to the lawyers of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. These are the documents. One, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged the certificate he presented to INEC. That's one. Two, that the qualifying certificate from Southwest College to Chicago State University bears a female, indicating that that document does not belong to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Three, the Chicago State University admission application form has a claim that Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended Government College, Lagos, and graduated in 1970, when indeed the school was established in 1974. The same document has it that the owner of that document is a black American, and the document Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC, he denied having dual citizenship, which means it does not belong to him. Then, the same document, oral deposition, says that the Bola A. Tinubu is Ahmed, but the NYSC certificate Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC has Adekunle. I don't know where the Adekunle and the Ahmed emerged from. So, on the second arm of your question, of what use will it be in the Supreme Court? It is very, very clear that from decided authorities, the Supreme Court has held that they can accept a party to adduce fresh evidence as long as certain conditions are met. And from what transpired in the proceedings in U.S. courts, that condition has already been met. So, as we speak, our law is very clear that a party at fault cannot be allowed to enjoy the fruit of his illegality. That is our answer to your question. Thank you.
This has already cleared the air as regard the certificates scandal between the Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Chicago State University. This has come to an end after 23 years of investigation, as Atiku Abubakar earlier stated that
I wish to pay tribute to the late human rights activist Chief Gani Fawehimi, senior advocate of Nigeria, who inspired us on this path of discovery. Now he can truly rest in peace in the assurance that what he started about 23 years ago has come to fruition. Former American President Thomas Jefferson once said, and I quote, "If I had to choose between government without newspapers and newspapers without government, I wouldn't hesitate to choose the latter." From exposing the Watergate scandal and unraveling the dubious certificates of politicians, journalists have maintained eternal vigilance by bridging the gap and stepping in when other arms of government failed. It is for these reasons that commendation must be given to David Hundeyin, an independent journalist whose extraordinary work and those of many more young people like him has become a source of inspiration.
As back as 1999 and 2000 thereabout, when he started the investigation to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and everything that that happened to him before he died eventually later on, and that he is not here today, but then he can now rest in peace. You can see those response given by the legal team. It shows that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged the certificate, those things that the school that he said he claimed he went to, the secondary school, as we may say, that school was never in existence according to the transcripts and the name A. So let me not even talk much more about those things because you've heard them from the horse's mouth yourself. So here is another question to Atiku Abubakar and his response.
African Report, that's an international platform. Yes.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, colleagues, and everyone here. A spokesman for the president said that what you are doing against the president is a form of betrayal. And they said that in 2007, the president gave you a platform to run with and all that. And now you are, embarrassing him on an international stage. Don't you fear that this bond between you will be permanently broken? Thank you.
Well, I beg to disagree with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, it is true. In 2007, we came together to form AC. And in Lagos, at the convention, I emerged as the winner and got the ticket. After I got the ticket, he sent about 5 or 6 senior partymen. Some of them are here. I can even name them, but I don't want to embarrass them. And they met me and said to me that Bola wanted to be my running mate. I said, gentlemen, you are all old enough. And apparently, virtually all of you are Christians with the exception of only one person. What would be your reaction to have a Muslim ticket. All of them said, we totally object to it. I said, then why didn't you tell him when he was giving you the message that, look, Mr. Tinubu, the message you are giving us, we don't seem to agree with you. Why are you coming then to me? And that was the end of the political relationship. He broke away, went and supported Umaru Yar'Adua. So where is the ground for him to say that I betrayed him? But those of you who are old enough will also remember that in 2003, the PDP took over all the southwestern states, with the exception of Lagos. I stood between Obasanjo and himself. I said, no, you can't take over Lagos. Leave it. And he left it. So who is indebted to the other? Is it me or Bola Ahmed Tinubu? But there are other things which I would not want to go into. But I vehemently deny that either I stabbed him at the back or did not do him whatever. Thank you.
You see, these things will not stop. It will not stop until the Supreme Court give a final ruling. That is when the fight, the fight will stop. The fight is not a personal fight. The fight is about the integrity and increase or strengthen our democracy. So then there was this question, again by there was this question about whether he betrayed Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as some people have it to say. But then his response was that he never betrayed him. Now, someone made a post and said that there was no election in the 16 years of the rule of PDP because, that can be confirmed from what Atiku Abubakar said in regards to OBJ, Obasanjo, taking over all the Southwest, but left Lagos State alone as a result of the fact that he respected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Those states were taken over by the PDP, and he asked him to let go of Lagos State, and he let go of Lagos State. This is what happened. Just like we saw what happened in the 2019 general election, and what we saw in how the 2023 general election went. Now, the structures of PDP in Lagos, they let Lagos be for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is what he meant. It's not that during the election, when the election was conducted and all of that, that he took over, all the states and all of that. No, that is not the case. There is a way in which you campaign. There is a way in which you enter the state, you collect the state. This state is your state. You are sure of winning from this state and all of that. But in Lagos State, he narrowed down. He allowed the political party, he allowed the person who he said, okay, this is my home state. He allowed that person to be another person to take reign of that state. That is what it means. If not, today Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not be claiming. And we saw what happened in the 2023 general election, the presidential election, where he lost in his own state. Why? Because Peter Obi came into limelight and he took over everywhere. And we saw how INEC robbed them. Anyway, what do you think about these questions, the Q&A section of the press conference? What do you think? Are you satisfied now? This case has come to an end. No more conversation. It has been confirmed he forged the certificate. And now people like Reno Mokere will say something like, he didn't forge the certificate. Okay, fine. Even if they say he forged the certificate, what happened is that he graduated from the school. It doesn't matter. Even if the certificate can be printed from somewhere else, what happened to the signature? Is it that you put it on the cloud, then you print it out? It's a different case. But it can be redesigned. Redesigning means you can design everything. You can change the character, you can change the font, you can change the typography, you can change everything but the signature, somebody have to sign. It is not digital. I have to be signed, so that is it. So what do you think? Let's have your take at the comment section. Let's keep it civil.